Brother gonna rise with the sun. Step 2, get some good, some food in you. Step 3, think real hard about what you wanna be. Step 4, everybody just do your thing.
Wake up, today's gonna be a good day. 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 Wake up, today's gonna be a good day.
The world is wide. Let's make it closer. With smart planning and a touch of magic, Ash knows travel. Welcome to the future of travel. Hello, everyone, and welcome. My name is Ash, and welcome to my YouTube channel, Ash Knows Travel, where I share trainings, walkthroughs, and insider tips to help travel advisors book smarter and build confidence. And tonight's training is all about confidence, actually. We're going to talk about how to identify lookers and bookers, and we're going to go quite in depth about it. We're going to learn how to tell the difference early on, how to communicate with each type, and how to protect your time and energy while still showing up professionally. Now, I want to say this is such an important skill to learn as a travel advisor, because once we're able to understand early on, like who's looking and versus who actually wants to book, we have the ability to just really shift our focus on how we follow up with them, how we message them, and just your entire confidence is going to change because you know exactly what they're trying to do. So, you already know the drill. If you're live here, go ahead and comment hello in the chat. I want to know that you're here. But also, if you happen to be watching this on a replay, go ahead and comment replay as well so that I know that you stopped by. So let's go ahead and dive in, shall we? Now, this is technically called identifying lookers and bookers, but honestly, it's really going to come down to the art of client qualification, because we qualify people before we even get them to the inquiry form, right? 90% of our qualification comes from talking to somebody. So we're exactly going to learn how to take those inquiries from the lookers and moving them to the bookers if we need to, but also in the process of just identifying who we're actually talking to. So your time is your most valuable asset. Can we agree? The more time we have, the more time we have to make money, to clean our house, to talk to clients, to do bookings, to do whatever, right? So honestly, a lot of what we do around here is valued around our time. So I want you guys to consider that every inquiry is an investment of your expertise and energy, okay? This isn't not about what we can do for the clients, like this is all about the client. No, tonight is about us, okay? This is about what we're doing when we are taking our time to do these bookings and stuff. Like I want to teach you guys how not to waste your time, basically, okay? We need to be able to go in and just basically distinguish between people who are just browsing and who are actually wanting to buy. Now, in hopes tonight, after you guys leave here, that you will have this skill mastered so you can really just start focusing on people who really want to book, and then just kind of know nicely like how to let people go who don't want to. All right. So let's talk about understanding the looker versus the booker, shall we? Lookers are early in the dreaming stages and often priced. Does that mean that they're never going to book with you? Absolutely not. They might book with you, but you can tell early on that they're just kind of wondering. They might have just a few questions. They might be doing research on their own, and they're not very in set stone about when it comes to booking, okay? This is different from people who are bookers. Bookers have a clear intent and are ready to plan details. They normally will have like dates in mind, they will have locations in mind, or just a trip idea in general. Lookers are going to be like, we're looking to travel like, next fall. I don't know really where yet. We don't really have a budget. Like, there's a big difference between a looker and a booker. Can we all agree, right? Now, learning to spot that difference is going to be very crucial for how efficient you are when it comes to your travel business. So let's recognize the language of a looker, shall we? Okay. Vague on dates. We're really not sure on dates. That's the first thing I said. And that's what they'll tell you too, especially if they give you a wide range. I just went viral on TikTok. I've been viral for like the last week and a half. Okay. In there, I got a ton of inquiries. I probably got over like, right now, I'm probably sitting at over 46 inquiries about booking the place I talked about. Okay. A lot of those start with, we are not really sure on dates. Oh, well, we're just looking to go. Like, what's the best time to go? Okay. Listen, those people, they're not very serious. I also got several other inquiries and they were like, hey, we want to go next July. How do we set that up? That's a booker. Okay, you know what? Oh, you want to, those bookers? Okay, yeah, I'm going to reply to you. I'm going to get your email so I can keep your lead warm, right? But I want to talk to the people that want to go next July, okay? That is what I want you guys to understand. Uncertain about the budget. I don't really have a budget in mind. That's a lie. That is one of the biggest lies that somebody will ever tell you in the travel industry. Even rich people have budgets. And it's not like they don't have enough money to spend. It's just we see a value in everything that we do, right? So when I'm going to Mexico, I see how much value I should spend when I go to Mexico. Rich people do the same thing. Now, their budgets are typically a lot higher than people every day, right? But they all still have a budget. So no, okay, you don't have a budget, but what's the max amount of money that you actually want to spend here? That's the first thing I'm going to ask, all right? Focused on deals. These people are automatic lookers. Can you get me some deals? What's cheap right now? Where's cheap right now? Those, now you have to be very careful on that. Don't do any kind of searching for them. Just give them rough ideas of some deals that are going on. Like for Black Friday, I would have been like, oh, we have a Black Friday sale. I mean, it just depends on where you're going. What's the cheap right now? I'd probably say Cancun's pretty cheap right now. Do you want me to look that up? Okay. That's pulling it in, right? But if they just try to get you some deals or they want to book with you because they think you have deals, that's a looker. Ask you to do the dreaming for them. Oof, please don't do the dreaming for them. I don't know where I want to go. Can you look for me? Absolutely not. Nope, that's not what we do around here. We are not lookers. You get paid to look for trips? Absolutely not. Now, if you want to pay me a $25 research fee, yeah, I can give you a couple of research options. Do you see how I do that? Don't let people waste your time. We are advisors and we're advising, but we advise with the intent of booking somebody. We're not advising for free, okay? Now, let's recognize the signals of a booker. These are the people we want. Specific about timing. I need the first week of September 1st. That means they've probably already requested off of work. They know when they're going. Perfect. Thank you. All right. Clear on budget. I have the exact budget of $4,000. Automatic. Thank you. Have a destination in mind. I want to visit Greece next summer. Perfect. They have a destination and they have an idea. That summer window is very common for people. I have gotten a lot of inquiries with those bookings that I've got. All of those, they all want to do like May or summertime. That summer window is good because that gives you a few weeks to check prices. You guys have to understand between like, let's say June to about August, the prices can go very high, especially for like where I book, I do adults only travel. So you'll see the prices go extremely high during this time, but so are the parties. So they like to go through them. So then June, I can pick a week out of there. July, I can pick a week out of there, and August. And then I'll find the one that's the best price, and then that's what I give them. So like, I want a visit next Greece for next summer. Perfect. We love that. Give me a window so I can search for you. Good. All right. Or they provide a vivid description of the experience that they want. If they can already paint the picture of the vacation that they want in their mind, you've already sold them halfway through. Now you just have to provide exactly what they're looking for. Somebody who's able to actually tell you exactly what vacation they want is so much easier than us doing the research for them, right? These are people who are going to be what I call bookers because they're going to book regardless if you book it or not, right? That's a booker. If they're already going and they're just asking for your help on it, take it as a win. I'll help you. But this is already a sold deal. They already going regardless. We just need to come through with what we want to provide. All right. Next. Now, another way to look at this is serious buyers versus tire kickers. Okay. Serious buyers or bookers, no dates. They have a destination. They openly will tell you about their budget. They're not going to hide their budget at all. They ask about the booking process and they respond quickly. If they seem like they're interested or if they keep asking new questions, that's because they're seriously considering it. Answer every single question that they have, okay? A looker is somebody who says, I was just wondering, I'm just asking, maybe, I don't know, I might be interested. Where's the cheapest place? They avoid any type of money question. If they tell you they don't have a budget, they do. If they're avoiding that, that's because they're not trying to book it, okay? Just comparing for now. We don't do comparisons. Can we all say that in the chat right now? We don't do comparisons. We do not compare ourselves to other people because we are valuable as travel advisors. They're not paying for us to compare. They're paying us to use our services to book. You have to have that type of confidence. If you don't, you need to sit down and talk to yourself in a mirror until you do. That is the most important part that you have as a travel advisor, is knowing your worth. That's what makes people book with you, okay? So if they're saying they're just comparing, okay, well, let me know what you find. Yeah, let me know what you find. If you find something good, I'll see if I can get it. Okay, that's different, right? Because you're looking to book that, but let them do the research for them. Like, unless you're going to get paid for it, let them do it, all right? Next, last, if they ghost you after you reply, follow up with them. But I'm going to teach you guys something at the end, which I call bless and release. That also can come into play, okay? Next. Now, we're going to play a game. We're going to play a game. I've got inquiries that I've gotten over the last 3 years, and some of them might be scammers. Some of them might have been bookers. Some of them might have been lookers, okay? And I'm going to read them out to you because I know they're a little hard to see, but you should be able to see them. Let me see. Can you guys see them? Yeah, no, you should be able to see them. They're not too bad. All right, so let's go through these. And I want you to comment looker or booker or scam. Here we go. Hey, girl, I messaged you on Snap, but I'm in a panic as our dates sold out. It's not showing on the website anymore. Just kidding. I didn't scroll. I still see it. Oh, let me look. I'm not seeing the May one, but I see the June 1st one, which is fine. I sent you my number just in case, because she was messaging me on Facebook. I said, I'm looking now. It didn't seem sold yesterday. And then I actually got on the phone with her after this. And then I sent her the room so she could see what room she was getting. Okay. Did this person look or did they book? They booked. Absolutely. That's a book. Look at the sheer panic, the sense of urgency to close the deal. There's the dates. She's looking it up on herself. She already did the research. Let me look. I set my number so I could call her. I'm looking now. It didn't seem sold out. And then obviously I closed the deal because I sent her the room that she booked, right? That's a booker. That's somebody who's clearly like, oh, snap, let me close this, okay? Let's go to the next one. Do you have a Europe package? Sure, we have a Europe package. What are you trying to do there? I can put anything together. Now, mind you, this person, I know this person, okay? Well, I don't know them, but they're on my Facebook. They're a warm lead. We'll leave it there. And they have booked with me in the past, okay? I'm going to give you that. They have booked with me in the past. We have tours and such. I just want to visit my family members and friends, not at the moment, but later, and do some sightseeing with my girl. Oh, yes, I can do that. Just to have a little idea about sightseeing, Switzerland, Italy, France, and Norway. Wow. Okay, yes, we can do that. You see how I already identified him. I identified him right after I said, oh, yes, we can do that. What did I identify him as? Comment it. Who is this? Is this a looker or a booker? Yeah? It's a looker. It's definitely a looker. And I qualified him as one. Do you see how I said that? Okay, yes, we can do that. When you're ready to book, let me know and I'll check. Because what's the point of me checking right now? Even if I gave you dates, you don't even know when you want to go. Where do you want to go? We can, not at the moment, but later. Okay, I don't even know what I'm searching. A Europe package, what does that mean, right? This is a looker. You would be surprised how many of you guys, especially new agents, would take that and start doing research on Europe. Do not do that. We have other important things to do. He's not booking right now. He even said, not at the moment, but later. Okay, fine. Let me know when you're ready. I'll be here. Okay? And he actually did end up booking later on. I'm going to tell you. But in that moment, he was just looking. All right, let's do the next one. Lookers, bookers, or scam. Now, I do these because I want you guys to identify how scams actually are, because we can easily get scammed as travel agents. Think about people from different countries that try to do weird bookings. We've had those. The couple of ones that I'm about to show you could be possible scams. Like, you have to be alert and pay attention to where things are coming from. Okay, let's read this one together, shall we? Hello, my husband and I would like to go on a last minute trip. We can book a flight with as little of 2.5 hours of notice to take off. Okay. We can leave today or tomorrow, June 14th or July. Look, this is from 2023. I keep this one because this cracks me up. This came from Instagram. Coming back home, we would need to land in, what is this, CLT by 6 p.m. on Monday at the latest. Who says CLT like that? We do, but do regular people do that? No. Okay. We're interested in all-inclusive food and alcohol resorts. Okay. Also would consider all-inclusive cruises. Okay. Looking to spend under $1,750 for everything. Last minute, listen to this. Flights, all-inclusives, etc. Okay. They're leaving from Charlotte. Why did they write it like that? City of origin? Where did you get that from? ChatGPT? Okay. Let me know if you have anything. What is this? We already know. You should know right off the bat what this is. If you don't, we need to go back and learn a little bit more. This is a scam. This is the biggest scam ever. Scam all day long. Little to take off. We can leave today or tomorrow. Coming back home. We would need to be here on Monday. We're interested. Like, the way it's written out. Now, I know a lot of you are going to be like, I don't think it's a scam. I know. There's going to be some of you in there that are saying that. But I want you to know that this Instagram account, it disappeared 2 days later. As soon as I read this and I responded with like, okay, let me get some more details from you. And I started qualifying her, right? But then when I walked away, she stopped responding. And I was like, that's weird. And then when I came back the next day, it was like 2 days in, the whole entire account was taken down. Okay. That is a scam. It is very rare. And I mean, even for rich people. Rich people are not going to even be able to do this, okay? Rich people have jobs to make money. It's very, very rare to want to be able to get on a flight within 2.5 hours of notice. We can leave today, come back, and by Monday, like, I know it sounds safe, but this is definitely a scam. It was, yeah. And look how nice it was written. It's nice. You ready? We're going to just do the next one? Let's do the next one. Now, I got this one this morning. This was from this morning. Yep. This is from this morning. And it blew me away. That's why I put it in here. I was literally talking to my husband this morning and I was like, I should put this in my training tonight, huh? And he was like, yeah, you should. This was good. She got me good. I almost opened it. It was close, but listen to this. I got a text message this morning and it said, hello, Ashley. My partner and I are in the process of planning a destination wedding and are seeking the services of a knowledgeable travel agent who can provide exceptional support and assist us in creating a well-coordinated, memorable experience. Now, I know that's ChatGPT. So I was like, fine, I'm going to give you a ChatGPT response. Anybody who texts me in ChatGPT gets a response that way. So I said, hi, thank you so much for reaching out and congratulations to you both. I am a destination wedding specialist, which also, how did she even get my number? That's the first red flag right there. And also, I'm Ash. I'm not Ashley, but okay, let's go. I'm a destination wedding specialist and would love to help you plan a beautifully coordinated, stress-free wedding experience. I work closely with couples on everything from choosing perfect destination and resort to handling guests to blah, blah, blah. I'd love to learn more details about your vision, dates, and guest counts so we can get started. I'm qualifying her. Immediately. Thank you. My name is Lynn Robertson. No, it wasn't. We'd love to schedule a quick Zoom call to discuss everything in more detail. What's the best email to send an invite link to? Scam. Scam. Oh, that's a scam. And oh, it irked my nerves to my core. Let me tell you, the response that lady got, probably not even a lady, was not nice. Look at that doom. Look at okay. I told her, I gave her my email and I said, all right, send me the link. Do you see this link? This is the email that she sent me. Do you see this? I don't think she realized who she sent that to, because now I'm about to tell everybody, you ain't about to scam anybody, Miss Lynn. You better get out of here with that. That is a scam. That is the biggest scam right here. And you guys would have clicked on that. Like, if I didn't have all of the training that I have from Archer and Evolution on how to identify a scam, I would have clicked on that. I was excited at first. I was like, oh, she wants to meet already. Let's go. Okay, I can hook up a Zoom for you. Scam. This is not a Zoom link. And you know what I did just to verify how I felt about it? And I sent her the results of what it said. ChatGPT, I put this exact thing. I took pictures of this and I put this into ChatGPT and I replied back to her and I said, I just want you to know that this is a scam. I know it's a scam and I don't agree with doing this to people. This is wrong. I said, you should not be doing this to people. And then I blocked her. So nice try, Lynn. Definitely a scam. Please don't fall for stuff like this, especially right now. It's holiday season and people are looking to scam people. And we are travel. That means we're taking credit cards. We're doing transaction amounts. It's a huge, huge issue. So pay attention to who's talking to you. You know what the next question I would have asked if we would have got through this as soon as I would have met her is, how did you get my number? Right? I have my number listed on my site. I am also a destination wedding specialist listed on my site. So it's very possible that, but nobody's going to randomly text you like this and have a very detailed process of exactly what they're looking for with my name spelled. I don't even go by Ashley. I go by Ash on every single one of my platforms. So pay attention to these red flags, okay? I know that was deeper than lookers and bookers, but when that happened to me this morning, I said, oh, I'm about to tell everybody. Hold on, okay? Miss Lynn's going to regret coming into my inbox. She's going to be like, oh, that lady put me on blast. Yes, it. Stop scamming these people. No, we're not doing that. All right, now, start with the 4 foundational questions when it comes to qualifying somebody, okay? First of all, who? How many people? Ages? Any accessibility needs? You can do this over the phone. You can do this in text messages. You don't have to have them go to your inquiry form because they necessarily don't want to. A lot of people don't like doing that inquiry form. Let's be honest. It's a lot of work. Okay, fine. So let's qualify you over the phone. We can do that. All right. How many people, who are going, where they're going, and when, and then last, most importantly, why. I like to qualify people with the why because if you have an intention on traveling, then you'll go. But if you have no intentions on what you actually are planning on doing, then you're not going to go, right? Like you might go, but if you are already planning on it, all right, I know that's a booker. So these questions right here can tell you immediately if they're actually looking and booking. If they don't know who are all going, they're just looking, right? If we were actually going to book, I know exactly who was going. If they don't know where to go, they're looking. If they don't know when they want to go, right? These are the 4 questions right there. But let's dig it a little deeper, okay? Once I start qualifying, I go in and I ask these questions too. Have you ever worked with another agency? Like, are you working with anyone else? Don't say it so blandly, okay? Oh, are you currently looking at somewhere else? Are you looking somewhere else? Have you found anything? Do you have any point systems? Like, are you using any of your systems? Like, this also helps me too. So I do this because I want to see if they've worked with anybody else, if I'm competing with somebody else, right? Because I don't want to compete with somebody, especially another travel agent. I'm not competing with them. Sometimes if you're out there and you're just charging a same amount of commission and I can see it, I'm going to take the booking from you. I'm not going to lie. If you're out there being greedy and you're being like ruthless with the commission, I'm going to take that booking because I'm not going to let a client be done that way. But if I see somebody else working on something, I'm probably not going to take it from you. Okay. So have they worked with another agency? We don't want to compete with other people. That's weird. Are they using a plan system or using points? If they do this and then we go and do a booking and it's going to be more expensive and then they're going to be like, well, we got it cheaper. Why? Because you used your points. Hello, right? I need to know this. So before I even walk into that booking, let me see what I'm walking into. Now, next one. What is their ideal budget and if they have any flexibility? Now, this is good because this is going to tell you where to look and where not to look, right? And then the key details, place, time, and group size hasn't been decided. So the logistics, asking these questions, let them know how deep that intent is. If they have all of these answered, you can tell they're going to go, right? But depending on how far deep it goes is how really serious they are about booking. So then I ask the ultimate qualified question. Now, this is actually from my inquiry form itself, but I will ask this. I will absolutely ask this in a text message, email. You can ask it in person, however you want, okay? But this will tell you if they're actually ready to book. If I find the perfect option that meets your criteria, are you prepared to place a deposit or pay in full within the next few days, depending on the trip? If they're trying to go in January or February, guess what? They don't have to pay up front. The deposit time has left. The window has gone, right? On average, we need about 90 days out before we can even do a payment plan. And even with that payment plan, it'll probably be due the next month because the trip has to be paid off before then, right? So depending on that, when you hear them, when you're listening, we're listening now. Okay, I'm going to go in January. Okay, all right, yeah, I can definitely look for you. Are you going to be prepared to like pay for the whole trip? Because I don't think I'll be able to do a deposit plan since you're leaving next month. Yeah, okay, yeah, I can. Yep, all right, cool. No, oh, okay. If they're not, then what are we doing? All right, I'll give you a couple of quotes, but I'm not going to spend 3 hours doing a quote, right? I'm not going to make them the most beautiful, dramatic quote if I know that they don't have the money, right? Okay. Ask directly about committing to securing the trip. If I find the perfect option, are you prepared? That answer clearly signifies their intent to book. Now, that doesn't mean I don't do the quote, okay? If they say no, I'm still going to do the quote, like I said, but I'm not going to spend a lot of time on it because I can tell that you're not ready to book. I don't want to waste my time on people who aren't ready to book, right? Now, let's streamline that inquiry form, okay? I can show you guys my inquiry form, but it's all the regular questions. Like, let's see, I have it, but honestly, it's pretty self-explanatory when it comes to the questions. And I have a whole entire training how I build an inquiry. Let's see, all right, Ash Knows Travel, book with Ash, welcome. And I built a whole page just for this. There it is, right there. And it looks funny on here on my website, and I hate it. All right, so inquiry form, yeah. Got us a little offer down here. Perfect. Now, we know all these, okay? Name, email, phone number. What travel services are you in need of? This is important. You need to select all of the ones that you can add. So cruise, all-inclusive, airfare, just flight, activities. This tells me how much time I'm going to spend on it. And they have the other option, okay? Then we have departure date and return date. Are you flexible? What's your ideal duration for this trip? How many travelers? Will children be traveling with you? Number of rooms needed, accommodation choice. This tells me how much money they actually have right here. If they want a big fancy room, that's how I can tell how much money they actually want to spend. Destinations of choice. You can find this on my website, guys. It's under ashknowstravel.com, and then it says book with Ash. Let me see. It's right here at the top. Oh, well, no. Yeah, it is. Right there. It says book with Ash, but travel with Ash. Okay. So you can see mine too. But return date, are you flexible? Will children be traveling with you? If yes, you need their ages, number of rooms needed. Okay. What else we got? What departing for cruise port? Do you need transfers? Desired trip total budget. I try to get the total budget because then I can see how far I can push it. Yeah. And then, are you ready to secure your trip with a deposit? Please note, prices may fluctuate until the deposit is made. Yeah, got the whole question right there. And I put deposit ready. Now, let's get to the bottom. Reason for travel. This tells me their intent. Would you like to add travel insurance? I even put a disclaimer in there. Declining insurance may result in higher costs for changes, cancellations, and some rates could become non-refundable. Yeah, let them know up front. Don't play with me. All right, lastly, can't go any further. Doesn't let me go to the bottom one. Let's see. How did you hear about us? Because this is important. I need to know where all of my leads are coming from. And then thank you. Okay, that's it. Now, I have this set up to where as soon as they send this to me, it actually goes straight to my Google Sheets and my job form. So make sure you guys, if you need a training on that, just put it in the chat. And either I will put it in there or normally one of my moderators will put it in there for you. Okay. So that's what I do for my inquiry form. Now, I'm going to tell you something. A lot of the times they don't want to fill that out. A lot of my inquiries are just over messaging. If that's the case, I go in and do the exact same thing. If they call me and we're doing qualifying on the phone, I just pull up my inquiry form and ask them all the questions as I go through it. Yep, that's what I do. Okay. This pre-qualifies the clients before you speak. Okay. If you can get them an inquiry form, but if not, do it over the phone. All right, let's do the next little live qualifying. Okay. Because a lot of times you can't do it that way. So this one here is for a trip that I was planning. I'm going to talk about how I qualified her in a message. Just same way as doing an inquiry form. So let's read it. Good morning. Hope all is well. Following up to get some specifics for your trip. Any specific dates in September? How long is the group looking to go? Were you needing a full package or just tours? What parts of Ireland are you looking to visit? It was for an Ireland tour, okay? In the group, are there adults and children? Finally, what is the budget looking like per person so I can get an idea of where to look? Thank you for reaching out to me. I appreciate the support and looking forward to helping you plan. What did I cover in there? The dates, when she's going, the specific booking that she's looking for, right? How many people, where they're going, and the budget. I qualified her completely in one thing, and she answered it all, right? But it's important for me to do that so I don't have to waste my time for looking. Because if you start looking before you ask those questions, you're just wasting your time. Don't waste your time. Your time is your most valuable asset. All right. I always say make sure you qualify your client before you do any research. I mean, deep qualification before you do research, because you could just be wasting your time, you know? I even tell my agents when they start messaging me and they're like, I need help on a quote. Okay, but do you have this, this, and this? Have you talked to them about this? I'll qualify them with you because we don't have time to waste, right? Make sure that you're qualifying them. Now, if they're one of those people that want to do one of those really big complex trips and they need you to do a lot of research, consider charging a research or a planning fee, okay? That's just to make sure you get paid. If you feel like they're going to waste your time, if you feel like they're not sure about it, think about it. Think about charging a fee if you think they're going to do several inquests. I tell you guys all the time about that one time that lady made me do like the complex, like different people coming from different airports kind of trip and backs. After like the third time she asked me to do it, I said, listen, I said, I can give you another quote, but I'm going to have to start charging because this takes me 2 hours to build. Oh, I didn't know that. Yeah. Okay. So they don't know that it takes us a lot of time. And if they do know, they would either value that or not ask you to do it. Okay. So protect your time and your expertise. Present a maximum only of 3 options at a time and clearly communicate that the prices and availability can change until the deposit is done. I can't stress that enough. I really can't. This part right here, it even says it at the bottom of my inquiry form. It says it at the bottom of my quote forms. Every time I send out a quote, it says in there. The prices and availability can change until the deposit. I have seen the deposit change in a matter of hours. I've seen the booking change in a matter of minutes. Do not sit there and let them think that that's what they're going to pay if they just take their time. Create a sense of urgency so they'll close it quicker. Okay? The bless and release approach. Yes, I'm a firm believer on teaching you guys this. If a potential client goes silent after you send info, follow up once, right? Give them about 24 hours. Life happens. Then I want you to do 3 days. Keep it simple. Just checking in, okay? Let me know if you're ready to move forward. And then if they're thinking about it or doing anything else, follow up with 7 days. I do 24 hours, 3 days, and 7 days. That's the furthest I go out, okay? If there's still no response or if they're not seeming like they're interested, do not do any more research. I want you to do what I like to call a bless and release. Thank you so much for the opportunity. Let me know when you're ready to book, okay? Focus your energy on engaged, serious clients. Do not drag yourself around trying to look for somebody who's not ready to book. It has nothing to do with you when it comes to they're not ready to book. They're just not ready to book, and that's okay. You can still keep them as a warm lead. They can still book with you later on, but right now they're just not ready. Go focus it somewhere else. Move on. There's always another way to get a client, but you can't get a client if you're focused on one who won't book. Okay? Now, lastly, to qualify with confidence. This process isn't about rejecting clients, okay? I'm not trying to tell you to reject clients ever. It's about respecting your own expertise in your time. That's really what it comes down to. Once you guys get a few of those tire kickers, you're going to get frustrated, and then you're like, oh, okay, now what do I do? Stop wasting your time with them. Move on. There are other people that are willing to book, okay? This way, now that you guys understand what to look for, okay, you guys got a clear, repeatable system. It's going to build your confidence and it's going to improve your results. So focus on the bookers and you're going to build a more resilient business than focusing on people who just look. So do you guys have any questions for me? All right, that's all I have for tonight before we start our holiday celebrations because it's Christmas time and Hanukkah for everybody else and anybody else who celebrates it, okay? So make sure you guys go ahead and comment any questions that you have in the chat. Let me show you real quick what we're doing next week. Listen, I'm so excited for Saturday. Can we talk about Saturday? So Saturday is Saturday mornings with Ash, and at 9:30 a.m. PST, it's going to be Guys Week. We're going to bring on all of the guys that I work with on a regular basis, honestly, and they're all top bookers. So we're going to talk about them. We're going to talk with them. We're going to get all your questions answered. It's going to be like a live travel Q&A. So make sure you guys join me on Saturday at 9:30 a.m. PST, okay? And then also we have my birthday on the 30th, and then on the 31st, we have the 2025/2026, I guess, vision board party, so we can lay out all of our goals for next year, okay? So make sure you guys join me then. And I'm going to hop over to my studio now. So if you have questions, put them in the chat box so I can see them in my studio so that I can help you guys there. And if not, go ahead and make sure you like this video so that I know you show some love, okay? And I will see you guys on Saturday at 9:30 a.m. PST. So I'm going to head over to my studio now, and I will see you there.
Step really gonna rise with the sun. Step 2, get some good, some food in you. Step 3, think real hard about what you wanna be. Step 4, everybody just do your thing.
Wake up, today's gonna be a good day. 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 Yo, set your affirmations, aspirations. I got shit to do, the aftermath of preparation. Good food, good mood, blood in circulation. One step at a time, yeah, that's how you make it. Set a goal you control and the steps you take them. I try to pick one thought, have some concentration. And if I make a mistake, it's called education. I try to do this every day, call it replication. Wake up, today's gonna be a good day. 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 Wake up, today's gonna be a good day.